I just want answers.
What exactly do you want to prove today?
I want to prove to her that I'm not cheating, that I'm not a cheater, and I want to move on.
Do you love her?
Yes, I do. I really do.
And you love him?
I love him. Yes, I do. But actions are everything.
Well, that's true. What made you fall in love with him in the beginning?
We met kind of like in elementary school. I always had a crush on him. I always thought he was cute. I never said anything to him as a little girl, not till we got older.
So what made you like her?
Well, everything about Andrea, she's beautiful, intelligent, I've always liked her ever since I was, ever since we were younger.
So y'all never made a love connection when you were in grade school or younger?
No, we didn't really speak to each other.
How did you miss that?
I was always paying attention to her, you know what I mean? I had a crush on her,
They were good.
We open with Andrea Barnes and Daryl Washington in court after 7 years together, and it's not just a spat. Andrea suspects Daryl of cheating and brings him to couples court for answers. The chemistry is clear. They've known each other since elementary school. But Andrea's not here to reminisce. She's here because something doesn't feel right anymore.
Just like how you were looking at me and wishing I'd give you the time of day. You remember? Yeah. You probably don't remember. You remember?
I remember. Look, so when
we love going to amusement parks, on the roller coaster rides, I love seeing her scream and,
And he's taking me on a roller coaster ride like right now, so.
Oh, so different kind of amusement ride.
Mm-hmm. So what's the current status of your relationship?
We live together, but our relationship is just in jeopardy. Like just 2 weeks ago, I saw something going on in Daryl's phone, and I'm just like, how can we get married? How can we bring her, because we have a 2-year-old daughter. How can we get our situation right when there's infidelity?
What did you find in his phone?
Well, I have to show you what I found.
Ron, would you please get that for us?
Yeah, well, 2 weeks ago, I was doing my homework because I'm in graduate school, and this is my...
The couple shares how they fell for each other. Young love turned real life. But Andrea's not impressed by words anymore. She's focused on actions. Things hit a sharp turn when she reveals they have a 2-year-old daughter and are trying to build a future, but possible infidelity is throwing everything off track.
Computer that I do my homework on every day, and Daryl knows this. I had a situation just fall into my lap, actually. I didn't go looking for, I didn't go snooping or anything. I click on the internet, this is what I see.
Woo! What we're looking at is a exceedingly close-up view, like a million pixels. Of a lady's private parts. And I mean, we looking right at the eye of the tiger. There is a second photo of a woman who is taking a nude photo from, like, in the mirror, so she's doing kind of a backwards.
Oh yeah, like bending over, right.
Looking over her shoulder.
Yeah.
So these are on your computer?
That was on my computer.
But you didn't take these pictures?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Mine would look so much better.
Okay.
Andrea drops the first bombshell. She found explicit photos on the very laptop she uses for grad school. And no, she wasn't snooping. The images just popped up. The courtroom erupts with laughter as Andrea describes it as looking into the eye of the tiger, but for her, the discovery is anything but funny. Daryl swears the photos aren't from him, and not of him, but the trust is already cracked.
All right, Mr. Washington, how did these photos get on your girlfriend's computer?
Your Honor,
you had somebody send them to you. Just say it. You had somebody send them to you.
How do you know this woman who sent this photo?
she's from the same city as me. That's the only reason why I know her.
How did this particular woman happen to send you these particular photographs?
Well, I mean, I allowed her to. I mean, she sent it through Facebook.
And not only is he saying it to her, he's saying it to more people. Like, so.
All right, so what have you found specifically?
That was what I found 2 weeks ago, but I feel like our relationship started getting rocky about 2 years ago when I was pregnant. I started to notice a change, like in the 8th or 9th month, like.
What was the change?
The lock on the phone. He had never had a lock on it before. Like, I could pick up his phone and go through it and there would be nothing. It was a time that actually could happen, like there would be nothing.
Did you go through his phone?
I didn't go through his phone till after I had my baby.
Okay.
So after I had my baby, she was about maybe 2 months. I went through his phone. I saw something about a young lady being pregnant.
Okay, so a friend was announcing her pregnancy, right?
But I'm like, why is she telling you her good news? Like, and our daughter is 60 days, like.
Yeah.
Who is this woman that is
sharing her good news
sharing her
with
pregnancy
you?
with you?
She's a friend I've been knowing.
Daryl admits someone from his hometown sent him those images via Facebook. And apparently, she wasn't the only one. Andrea says this isn't a one-time slip-up. She noticed signs 2 years ago, around the time she was pregnant, including Daryl suddenly locking his phone. That wasn't his norm. Her gut said something was wrong, and now the dots are starting to connect.
For quite a bit of time.
Okay, and what did this message say?
She actually saw me saying that that I was hoping that it wasn't mine.
You were hoping that it wasn't yours? So, you were sleeping with this woman?
Yes, Your Honor.
And she said she was pregnant?
Yes.
And you were hoping it wasn't yours?
Yes.
Okay, how did this relationship happen with this woman?
The relationships actually happened when she moved a family member inside of the house. We didn't have enough room inside the home, Your Honor. Like, it was too much.
All right, so is that person still living with you all?
No, that person only was with us 60 days.
So did you ever determine whether he was the father of the child?
No, because this is my boyfriend. I'm supposed to be able to take his word over anyone else. So if he's telling me, well, pacifying me, assuring me like this isn't my child, then I just have to take his word for what it is.
So after all this, you let him come home and you all get back together?
Right.
And how was it when you got back together?
There was zero trust at that point, zero trust, but I needed help with my daughter. So at that point, it was for my daughter.
Is this the only sexually explicit photograph
Yes.
that you have received from another woman?
In the last 2 years?
Yes.
No.
No lingerie photos, no sexy photos.
Okay. You say yes, you say no.
I say no because I seen another one, my aunt, who asked with another young lady doing the same.
After giving birth, Andrea went through Daryl's phone and found messages from another woman saying she was pregnant, and Daryl hoping it wasn't his. He confesses to sleeping with her. Andrea trusted him back then, even let him move back. Mostly for the sake of their daughter. But she admits from that point forward, there was zero trust.
I think he asked us for that pose.
That's
because it's another girl did the exact same pose that I found maybe like 6 months to a year ago.
How did you find that picture?
The phone happened to be open that particular day, and I just know something is in the phone because it's always locked. Like, it's always locked, it's always face down, I know. I have never been able to prove that he has had extracurricular activities going on. But like I said, my intuition tells me I know when something is not right. But I just have no rock solid evidence.
She has found a few things.
Okay.
All right.
What few things has she found?
Like,
no, we
sexually
don't.
explicit pictures.
Of who?
Different women.
Doing
Your
what?
Honor.
Posing for him, like posing.
Posing.
Posing for you at your request.
Yes.
You have requested other women to pose for you and send you explicit photographs.
Not all.
1, 2, doesn't matter how many.
So you're admitting to her, these aren't the only 2.
Right.
Confirming what I've already knew.
All right, Ms. Barnes, in addition to this love suit, you also have a lawsuit, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what is your claim?
It's about my cell phone. A guy called my phone and I answered it. Daryl doesn't like what he hears because he hears a male's voice. And he just comes in the bathroom, takes my phone, and just slams it on the floor. Like, crushes it, basically.
Your Honor, that's not true.
All right. What happened, Mr. Washington?
The phone broke, but I didn't slam the phone.
The phone didn't break by
slammed
itself.
it and shattered it.
How did it break?
Slapped it out of her hand.
So you slapped it out of her hand
And
onto
it
the
shattered
floor
on the
and it
floor.
shattered.
Yes.
Yes, and I paid $300 for that phone, and I would like a reimbursement of that phone.
Mr. Washington, you admit that you caused the phone to hit the floor, is that correct?
Correct.
The court presses Daryl further, and Andrea reveals this wasn't the only time he received suggestive photos. In fact, she saw another woman send the same pose as the earlier photos, hinting that Daryl was requesting these. Daryl tries to downplay the numbers, but the judge isn't buying it. And it only gets worse when Andrea sues Daryl for smashing her phone in a jealous rage, a $300 mistake that the court orders him to repay.
Unfortunately, you cannot destroy other people's property.
Because did I destroy yours when I seen that? No.
We're gonna have to rule against you, Mr. Washington, and in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $300 since you're not disputing the amount. So ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Barnes, you say you just recently found sexually explicit photographs in his phone. Is
Yes,
that right?
that was all I was able to uncover because it was on my computer.
Because you had questions about what was in Mr. Washington's phone, the court has ordered him to submit his phone to the court for testing.
Okay.
And we will now call cybersecurity expert, Mr. Gregory Evans. Ron, would you please escort Mr. Evans into the courtroom?
Yes, Sean.
Mr. Evans, how are you?
Fine, yourself.
Doing okay. Did you do an examination of Mr. Washington's phone?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What type of examination did you do?
We did a cell phone forensic examination where we go through the phone, we look for what's currently on the phone and what's also been deleted on the phone, such as text messages, pictures, videos, things of that sort.
And with respect to Mr. Washington's phone, what did you uncover?
Well, the first thing I uncovered within like minutes of being on the phone was this picture of this young lady. And this picture was sent, Your Honor, 4 days ago via iMessage on his phone.
Oh, can I see that, Your Honor?
Let me describe it for the court record. We are seeing a woman in a yellow thong taking a picture, a backwards picture again in the mirror.
His favorite, yeah. That's
of her
his
butt.
favorite.
Yeah, of her behind.
Yeah, that's his favorite, yeah.
Yeah, that's something right there.
All right.
What else
did you find?
Then I found that the defendant.
Andrea suspects more is hidden in Daryl's phone. And she's right. A digital forensic expert presents hard proof. Fresh, explicit images just days old sent to Daryl. One is a mirror shot of a woman in a yellow thong. Another, a close-up. Photo Daryl took of himself. The crowd gasps, the judge's expression says it all, and Daryl sheepishly admits it was sent to an ex-girlfriend.
This picture of his manhood, chitty chitty bang bang, whatever, right there. And that was taken.
I'll let you describe that one.
About a month ago, yes.
A month ago.
I'll let you describe that one.
Oh, wow.
Well, it is a picture of his privates, a very up close one. Mr. Washington, I'm gonna look at you differently from here on out. Did you send this photo to anybody?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who did you send it to?
A friend.
A good friend.
What kind of friend?
It wasn't your girlfriend.
No.
You sent it to one of your boys?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. What friend did you send it to?
An ex-friend.
An ex-girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone you had a relationship with?
Yes.
Why?
If she's seen it before, why are you sending her a refresher?
Because the status of our relationship,
Whose relationship?
me and hers.
So you just sending out feelers, no pun intended, to other folks because you think this is going bad.
But at the same note, when I presented him with the information I found 2 weeks ago, his response is, let's just forget everything and just get married.
Okay, but now I can't let him off that easy. Why are you sending these pictures to anybody? Other women, why?
Like I said, we've been having a rocky relationship, you know.
Okay, when people have rocky relationships.
I haven't been really satisfied lately like I need to be.
Do you think a woman wants to satisfy you when you're doing this kind of stuff?
Exactly.
I mean, for real. That is an unrealistic.
Things spiral as the expert reveals more images, this time of Daryl and a woman in what looks like a hotel room, kissing and cozying up. Daryl says it's all in the past, but the timestamps and context say otherwise. Andrea is devastated. She gave this man her trust, and he was out there reliving memories with someone else.
Expectation.
Exactly.
Ms. Barnes, what's going through your mind right now?
Confirmation of what I've already suspected. I mean, I'm trying to keep myself together.
Mr. Evans, please tell me this is it. That there's nothing else. But you look like there's something else. Okay, what else you got?
Sorry, bro. I uncovered 3 photos sent to his cell phone 2 weeks ago.
All right, this is 3 photographs.
Those 3 were sent from the exact same phone number to his phone. From the same person.
So the first picture appears to be him with a woman on his lap in what looks like a hotel room.
The picture is old. The picture is old.
All right, so we got another picture, same woman. You're giving her a kiss on the cheek. And then the last one, you giving her, it's a lip lock.
Years like what? Huh?
Okay, so is this the woman you sent the special picture of you to?
Yes. Yes, yes,
So y'all sending back fond memories to each other.
Fine memory.
Why in the world is this happening?
And furthermore, how could you say that you want to be with me and marry me and be a family? And, and this has probably been going on for the past 2 years, off top, really.
Look at him and tell him exactly how you feel.
I'm hurt, you know that? To my core, And you know that I don't even express, feelings and all that like too well, But you already know. You know.
I understand.
He knows.
So, Mr. Washington, what is the relationship with this woman in the picture?
Andrea breaks down emotionally, struggling to express just how deeply this betrayal hurts. Daryl insists the photos don't mean anything, but no one in the courtroom, especially Andrea, is convinced. He tries to shift blame, saying they had rocky times, but the judge calls it out for what it is, an excuse.
No relationship with any of those women.
You got some relationship if you sending them pictures of your manhood.
I have no relationship with those women.
So you just send pictures out to random people with whom you have no relationship?
Why were those pictures sent to you 2 weeks ago?
We got back in touch somehow.
Somehow? Who initiated the contact 2 weeks ago?
Admit it. If you did it.
Probably me.
Probably you?
Yeah.
Your Honor, he told me yesterday, I'm scared you're gonna leave me.
Well, you should be scared.
She's been texting guys too though, so it's like.
No, don't deflect. This is on you. I mean, in this relationship, you have given her every reason now not to trust you.
Right.
Exactly.
You've given her every reason to try to find somebody else.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ms. Barnes, in light of everything we've had here today, what do you want to do?
At this point, Ms. Judge, I'm gonna have to marinate on it because I really don't know. I want my daughter to have her dad. I never want to take her away from him. But at this point with us, I just don't know.
You can marinate all you want, but you deserve.
When the judge asks Andrea what she wants to do next, she hesitates. Her daughter deserves a father. But does Andrea deserve this kind of partner? She says she'll have to marinate on it, and with that, she holds her ground. The judge leaves her with one final truth. You deserve a better meal than this. And she's right.